Okay, so I think we should be live and everything is hopefully working. I think the sound is a little bit quiet in the game, so I might just turn it up in the game settings as well. Really excited for today's stream. Going to try out some of the newly released Slay the Spire 2. Let's make sure everything is looking like it's working, and I think we're good to go. Okay, perfect. So yeah, if you're unfamiliar with the game, it is built around the idea that you use cards to battle against enemies within the tower, and as you battle against enemies, you get rewards of cards, potions, and sometimes items that make you more powerful to fight more powerful enemies, and it escalates and escalates as you go up the tower. It's kind of brutal, the game, where if you die, you will just die. You'll start back at the beginning with maybe your 1 or 2 extra cards that you earn, and just one card can completely change the setup of how you play. It's a fun game if you like that kind of thing. It's quite addicting, where no playthrough is ever the same, and I quite like that. I played this a lot on the PC, and I actually have played this on a lot of on a Nintendo Switch as well. It's a really good travel game to play. You can get really lost in it for hours at a time. And I'm really looking forward to trying it out. We'll see. I do get my arse kicked well and truly on it on a lot of runs, but that's just part of the way it goes. You know, you try and do better, and you have fun seeing how far you get. And yeah, we'll get to it. As it says, it's early access. Just get everything looking a bit better here. Right, cool. So more detail and content will be added as time comes out, and let's jump in. So I think this was built in a different engine to the original due to like licensing issues or something. It does look a little bit different, but I quite like it. It's got the same artwork, which is really nice. It's such unique artwork. Let's see what settings we've got. I think this stream and this episode is just going to be about familiarizing ourselves with what the new game has, what they're putting out there. I'd really like to try out the new class. I think it's like a necromancer or necro something. That would be quite fun. But I think it might take a bit of work to unlock. I'll increase the volume a bit and just turn down the FX and the ambient a bit. Hopefully that's just right, so my voice isn't dominating over it. But it's always a bit of a pig to get it just right. Okay, let's jump in. So we've got the Ironclad. It's like a soldier warrior class. We have other locked classes behind, so what can we see? Oh, it won't tell us. But you can like Google it and see what's in there. So you've got the Ironclad. I think the next one is like a roguish kind of blade wielding class. Then you've got like a defect, which is like a robot kind of class, and a couple of others, super secret and hidden. So we'll do the Ironclad and go through there. Enable tutorial. Yeah, let's do the tutorial. Act 1, the overgrowth. Select a room to travel to. Got it. Oh, we can write on it as well. Brilliant. That's going to be really handy. Like and subscribe, guys. Right. Let's jump in. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play when you're out. End your turn. Start of your turn, your cards are drawn. Energy is replaced. Play defensive cards to block. Block reduces damage. During your turn, observe the enemy's actions. They're intense. Brilliant. So it's just very similar to the first one. If you've played like Hearthstone before or something similar to that, you're probably familiar with a lot of it. So this will do 12 damage to me when I end my turn. It's got 42 health for me to take out, and it's called a Nibbit. And then you've got your cards. So you've got Defend, Strikes, and a Bash. A Bash will do 8 damage over the 6, but it costs 2 energy, and it applies to Vulnerable. Vulnerable creatures take 50% more damage from attacks. So I think that's a really nice card to get off the bat, just to do damage. So we could stick a vulnerable and do a defend. And now it's got a little display, a little kind of buff around it to show that it's vulnerable. And I've got no more energy, so that's my turn ended. And this is where my discard pile goes to show me what I've got, just like the first one. What's this? A Vantom. At the end of the act, you will fight Vantom. I've not seen that before. And we've got our health, we've got our money, our gold, we've got our potion slots. And this is one of our items, Burning Blood. At the end of combat, heal for 6 HP, and we've taken damage already. Okay, so I would like to get some good damage on this guy. He's going to do 6 to us, so if we defend against that, get a couple of hits on him, and it does extra damage because he's got vulnerable. Tip, no more cards. No more cards. Your discard pile will shuffle to your draw pile. It looks very, very similar to the first one, like the graphics and everything. A little bit chunkier up here. So he's going to empower. This enemy intends to use a buff. Right, so we'll just do, well, we could do lots of damage if we had the cards for it. We've only got 2 strikes. Might as well stick a defense and go for it. I can't believe this game has been released. Feels like I've been waiting ages for this game to come out, and then all of a sudden it's here. So we really want to defend against this because this is a lot of damage, but we've only got 1 defense card. But at the same time, we still need to attack as well. So I'll do a defend, and I'll give him a bash. Do you know what? I should have probably done another hit there, actually, to take him out. That's my bad. And we'll give him a strike. So we get gold, and we can add a card. Set up strike, 7 damage, gain 2 strength. That's quite nice. Apply 2 vulnerable. Blood wall, lose 2 HP, gain 6 block. That's quite nice as well. And they're all grey cards as well, so I think the quality matters. I quite like this set up strike, especially since we get 2 strength as well for that turn, and it's only 1 energy, so we could use that and then a few other strikes. Okay, so what have we got? I can scroll and just drag. Brilliant. So got a shop there. We've got an elite boss here. Elite bosses are just like massive health bags with extra abilities, so you can die easily to them, but you get great rewards from them as well. We've got rest camps. The legend will tell you as well. It shows you all as well. And I like that you kind of hover over it and still scroll. I want to kind of take a path where we have a boss, but not too many. I quite like the middle where we can kind of heal up a bit. And then it'll take us all the way into the main boss, if we want to. But then if I want to do more bosses, I can't, because I'm locked on that path. But then if I take the rightmost, I can do 2 bosses if I want. I quite like that. Let's do the right one. So we've got a twig slime and a twig slime and a leaf slime. Okay. It intends to give you 1 status card. So that's probably going to do something to affect how we deal damage with our deck. I'd like to take out an enemy now, really. I think kill him. Do that. Like I said, I'm probably going to have a few runs at least where I just die. I hope to get a bit far before I die. It would be a shame to do it in the first act, but if it does, it does. I'll blame it being early access if I do. I won't take the blame for it. Definitely not streamer error. So I get strength, but I want to heal against that. I want to take out this guy actually. A dead enemy is a safe enemy. I'm taking quite a bit of damage already though. I don't like that. Slimed. Draw one card and exhaust. Oh, we can draw a card from that as well. That's really good. That kind of worked out well for us. Just see if I can turn the music up a little bit. I think it's a little bit low. Maybe that's a bit better. I want it to be atmospheric. So we get 12 gold. Power cards. Power cards apply a buff to you when used. Buffs remain for the duration of single combat. So that's nice, that inflame. So you get 2 strength, so that will increase our offensive abilities that use strength. We'll go for that. I wonder if it adds more to the story of the game as well. You spot an enormous shambling beast chase off an injured green bird. In the alcove, the bird fled from a single unguarded egg lies abandoned. Your stomach gurgles. Eat the egg. Take the egg. Add Birdonus egg to your deck. Unplayable, can be hatched at a rest site. That could be fun. You gently scoop up the egg and stow it, thinking it may hatch into something useful later. The artwork is really nice. They've done a really good job on the artwork again. Our Birdonus, we cannot use this at all. It's got such a distinct colour around it as well. So what's this going to do? It intends to apply a debuff against me. So let's just dump a load of damage onto it. And we've got extra strength, which gives us 8 damage. Brilliant. Shrink. While Shrink a Beetle is alive, your attacks deal 30% less damage. Oh, that's pretty mean. Okay. Brilliant. Gold and a fire potion deal 20 damage. Yes, please. And what have we got to use? Cinder, that looks interesting. Deal 17 damage. Exhaust the top card of your draw pile. Wow, 17 damage for 2 energy is really good. That is good though. I'm really tempted to go for that. Dismantle. Deal 8 damage if the enemy is vulnerable, hits twice. That's really nice. That will go so well with Bash. Iron Wave. Gain 5 block, deal 5 damage. But I used to use that all the time. Iron Wave used to be so good. I really like Dismantle though. That is such a nice card. For 1 energy, I've just got to keep vulnerability on them. I think we should go for it. I think that card adds a lot of value. And when I say that, I'm not like calculating anything, I'm just kind of feeling my way through the game. So we've got Inklets. These are new. Intends to attack. Slippery. The next time Inklet loses HP, it only loses 1 HP instead. The next time it loses HP, it only loses 1 HP instead. Okay. So I'm going to have to get a couple of attacks on it first off. Or an attack that does repeated damage within that space of a card. I feel like Inflame would be good to use just so we can build up our ability. Really nice. 10 damage. Oh, brilliant. Deal 10 damage if the enemy is vulnerable hits twice. And I didn't even use my bash. Bit. 10, wow. Okay, let's shield up. To get rid of this guy. Yeah. Took a fair bit of damage in that one. Stomp. Deal 12 damage to all enemies. Costs 1 less for each attack played this turn. That's a really nice card as well. So I could potentially get that for free if I do 3 attacks in a turn. Shrug it off, but that's also a nice card as well. 8 block and 1 damage on 1 card. 5 block. I like the look of Stomp. So 45 health. I think what I'll do is I'll heal up and then get this boss. At a rest site, you can stop and take a breather. After selecting one of the options, you must move on. Choose wisely. Let's hatch. Bird Swoop. Deal 14 damage. What was that? Let's have a look. Wow, 0 cost. 14 damage. That's really nice. Interesting. You narrowly avoid stepping on a bright, sharp seed. Its unmistakable colour gives away that it's a sapphire seed. Weren't these incredible seeds supposed to be extinct? Legends say that consuming one can greatly amplify your endurance. But what if you plant and nourish it instead? Plant and nourish. Enchant a card with sown. So you can enchant cards now, that's different. Let's try that. The first time you play this card, each combat gain energy. I would like to use Inflame at the start of combat as soon as possible, so I think that could be good. Or Bash. I think Bash is the good one to use. You scour the overgrowth and find a pot with good aeration. Then you trek around searching for an untouched spot where light peeks through a cracked wall. Carefully you reinforce the pot with bark and vine to camouflage it. Fill it with loamy, nutrient-rich soil and nestle the seed just beneath the surface. Finally, you gather dew from nearby plants and pour it over the soil. Grow big, little seed. Unknowingly, the sapphire seed attaches to you spiritually. Thankful of your hard work. Wow, they've put a lot of effort into the writing. I like it. So this is a Mauler, and it's got a massive bag of health, 72 health on it. And it'll do 2 times 4 damage. So I could use my bash. I think, yeah, we'll do the bash. Great, I've got energy from that. But I can only use that this turn. And I want to shield up as well. So we'll dismantle. Really nice. Seriously cool. Okay. What is this? So this is my bird. Bird swoop. 16 damage. Okay. Rage. Whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 3 block. Set up strike. 7 damage, gain 2 strength this turn. Thunderclap. Deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. I think that could be quite nice. Whenever you're playing a plaque this turn though, that's nice as well. We'll use Rage. Heal up. Relics. Relics found throughout the Spire grant unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. They can be found at treasure rooms, random events, or by defeating elites. And this is the Gurgit. At the start of each combat, gain 4 plating. Plating at the end of your turn, gain block. Plating is reduced by 1 at the start of your turn. Block until next turn. Okay, that's the start of each combat, gain 4 plating. And then 3, and then 2, and then 1. That's quite nice. Interesting. Okay, let's go for the boss route. We've got quite a few to get through before we get to a rest site. I would kind of like to go to a shop, but I want to see what the bosses are like as well. We're just going to try out all sorts in these few, in this stream anyway. We're not going to try and like, maybe not optimize, but we'll just see what's there. Jesus, look at these guys. A brute raider, a crossbow raider, and an axe raider. 33, 18, and 21 health. To 12 damage to all enemies. So I want to get them down to 12. So let's see. Nice. Okay, so I've got my plating as well to help me out. I've got my bird swoop, which does 14. What's this guy going to do? He's going to use a buff. Can I inflame? 16. Brilliant. Battle Trance, draw 3 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. True Grit, 7 block. Exhaust 1 card at random. Uppercut. Deal 13 damage, apply 1 weak and 1 vulnerable. That's quite nice as well. But it's expensive. I quite like Battle Trance, but I feel like I don't know if I'm going to use it that much. I think we'll go with Uppercut. What's the boss like? Does it say? No. Oh no, it's his mother, Birdonis. So this is 94 health. It's got Territorial. At the end of its turn, gain 1 strength. Wow, that can ramp up really quickly then. And it's going to do 16 damage. Let's use some strength. I'd rather get through a boss as easily as possible. I don't want to lose all my health to it. I don't want to eat the 16 as well. Let's stick a bash on it. Nine defense, that's not bad. Nice. Killed its mother. Block potion, gain 12 block. Vajra. Start each combat with 1 strength. I am sure that was in the first one as well. So you're going to get stuff from the previous game. That's really cool. It's quite nice to have as well, that extra power. Bludgeon. Deal 32 damage. Pyre. Gain energy at the start of each turn. Wow, that is really nice. Look at that. And look at the like the look of it, like it's a legendary kind of looking card. I can't remember what the actual names they use in this game are. And this is, I think this is like a really powerful like styling for it. Evil Eye. Gain 8 block. Gain another 8 block if you have exhausted a card this turn. I actually feel like that could be useful just in combat, but I want to use that just because it looks so good. Gain energy at the start of each turn and it costs 2 energy. But then Bludgeon's nice as well. That block is so good. We'll use Pyre. Nivets, and it's gonna use a buff, and it is going to attack for 6 damage and also block on its turn. I would rather get rid of this one because it's got lower health and it's not going to block, so we can try and just have 1 foe instead of 2. I'll try and save my potions for the boss, so we will use Rage. We've got our armor plating, which will give us 4, will give us health strength, and then we'll give it an uppercut. Wow, so it's going to do 14 damage. It's got 26 health. It would be really good to get this dead now. But I really want to use Pyre as well. I want to play with my new toys. So 17, 9, 26 and 26. I think we can do that. So it will give us energy at the start of each turn, but not this turn because this turn's already started. So next turn it will give us energy. I guess that makes sense. It would have been too powerful then. So we can use a bash and that will give us energy back. 10 damage gain. Oh, you know what I should have? Or should I have? No, because I would have got energy from bash. 10 damage. So that'll be 15. That'll be 14. Brilliant. Energy potion. Bloodletting. Lose 3 HP, gain 2 energy. That's quite nice. I kind of want to stay clear of anything where I'm sacrificing energy. I mean, I know energy is a resource, and I'm at 80 of 80 energy health at the moment, so I could use that as a resource to improve power, but I am so bad for like getting greedy and pushing forward. Whirlwind, 5 damage to all enemies, X however much energy you've got, number of times. That's a really good card. And Tremble, apply to vulnerable. We'll go Bloodletting, or should we? No, we'll go Whirlwind. I just think we need something with Cleave to take out a lot of enemies. Just see how we're doing. Okay, so we've got a twig slime and a fly conid. So the twig slime will do 1 status card, and the fly conid will be aggressive and it will attack for 11 damage. For 1 less attack played this turn. I kind of like the look of that actually. I think if we do enough damage to this guy, but I can't because I've only got 2. So I don't think that's going to be the case. Ooh, Pyre. I would like to use Pyre. Rage. When you play an attack this turn, gain block. I've got plating. Set up strike. It's so good to use, and I'm still at the start of combat. Well, we're going to take a bit of a beating now. So what's that done? Frail. Gain 25% less block from cards for 2 turns. 4 of 4. So we can do 4 times 8, 32 damage. That's actually pretty nice. Resist some of that damage a little bit. Okay, so we've got Bird Swoop for 17. Yeah, we can do that. Took a bit of a beating there though. So we've got Shrug It Off, gain 8 block, draw 1 card. Feel No Pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. I don't think we've got any exhaust cards yet though, or have we? Nothing yet now. Feels so weird to be playing Slay the Spire again. Dismantle, deal 8 damage. If the enemy is vulnerable, hit twice. That's a really nice card though. I feel like we need better defense. I don't think we're doing well for defense. We've got loads of attack cards. Whenever a card is exhausted, we'll go with Shrug It Off. It gives more block, and we get card draw for it. I'm sure there's like spreadsheets already out showing like optimal gameplay for the cards that have been released. Okay, so this is a Fog Mog. That's a new one as well, and it will summon. So it intends to summon monsters. What have we got? We've got an energy potion and a block potion. I really want to save these for the boss. I think, yeah, we've got a rest site and then the boss next. So that would be really cool. So we will use our rage. We will use, I would love to use, I can use bash. So if I use bash and then Pyre, and then Bird Swoop, and he's down to 43 already. I think that's a pretty good start. Okay, so it has summoned this Eye with Teeth. How disgusting. So it's going to give 3 status cards. When this dies, it revives next turn at full HP. Jesus. But it's a minion. So minions abandon combat without their leader. So I think in this situation, the game's basically saying, like, this guy's got a very low amount of HP, so you might be tempted to get him like you have in previous runs. However, kill this guy because he's summoning them, and this guy will die as well, which I completely agree with. So we've got 4 energy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We can use all of our 3 attack cards, and then we can stomp on it. I think we just go all out on this guy. Really pleased with that outcome. 17 gold, a power potion. Choose one of 3 random power cards to add into your hand. It's free to play this turn. That's a really nice one to use as well. Have you updated the graphic on that? It looks a bit different. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so we've got Fight Me. Deal 5 damage twice. Gain 2 strength. The enemy gains 1 strength. Wow. That's a strange card. So it's 2 energy for 10 damage. But you gain strength. And the enemy gains strength. Hemokinesis. Lose 2 HP. Deal 14 damage. That's quite nice as well. Or Anger. Deal 6 damage. Add a card. Add a copy of this card into your discard pile. Anger is always a nice card to use, I found. Especially when you can just spam them. Spam on the Anger. I really like the look of this Fight Me though. And just like, so it's going to do 2 lots of 5. And they'll scale with strength. But the enemy gains strength as well. But you could get a kill. Let's go with it and see what that does. See how that progresses. And let's so we can rest up here and we'll heal for 30% of our maximum HP, which is 24. Or we can smith and we can upgrade a card in our deck. I really like the animation, that's so cool. We'll smith. See, I would like to upgrade strength, and it will give me 3 strength for the same value, for the same energy amount. But I really like Pyre, and that is such a good energy builder. So that's 2 energy at the start of each turn. Jesus, that is disgustingly overpowered then. But Whirlwind is nice. I've always liked to upgrade Whirlwind. But then there's the sensible part. The sensible part of me says, you've got Bash, you use Bash, you gain a benefit from it. Why not do 3 vulnerable and 10 damage? But do you know what? I am going to upgrade my legendary. Because that extra energy is so good. So what is this? This is a Phantom. And it did say I've got a Phantom at boss at the end, didn't it? The deadliest foe in the area. So it's telling you what the end boss is. That's kind of... I don't think the original game did that. So it intends to attack for 7. It's slippery. The next 9 times Phantom loses HP. It only loses what? The next 9 times it loses HP. So basically, I think they called it intangible last time. So it's basically got this massive mitigation of damage for 9 times. So Fight Me could be quite good for that, but then I'm going to give it its strength as well. And it's 173. What have I got here to use? So is it worth using Bash now? But it's only 1 and I do 9 damage. So I should load up now, I think. So let's load up with Pyre. Double Pyre? Barricade. Block is not removed at the start of your turn. Block is not removed. at the start of your turn. Wow, that is extremely nice. And we'll pyre, and we'll damage. I gain 2 energy. We need to get damage on this guy anyway. This is probably the wrong course of action to do it, but we'll see. 2 times 7. Wow, look at that. Look at the HP it's taken already. Jesus. So we need to kind of defend against that and do damage. But we need to give, if we can give this guy weak to protect against this. So it's turned it down to 5. Gain 12 block. Brilliant. 4 more. It's got 4 more slipperies. Look at that. Wow. Jesus, that is bad. The music is so good as well to reflect how bad it's going to be. Christ. I've still got 4 more lots of damage to do yet. I haven't even got... I'm going to have to pop a potion for that. So that'll give me 15 against 28. I can't do anything else to protect against it. 10 damage. Jesus. So we've got rage, definitely. Whenever you play attack this turn, it's not much good using that. Not much good using that either. Dismantle. Deal 13 damage. We might as well play it, but... There's no way it can use that slippery buff on itself again. That would be brutal. Unplayable. So it's just taking up a slot. So I've basically got less options to use. And I can defend. Deal 12 damage. I've only got 1 defense anyway. Barricade. Block is not removed at the start of the turn. Look at that, it's so nice. Uppercut. I'll have to uppercut. And I've still got more defense than the 12 he's going to hit for, so I can build on that next round. Bird swoop, yes. Strike, and that is it. Epoch discovered, okay. Don't know what that is. 100 gold and a card. Because it was a boss, we get some really nice cards as well. So we've got Primal Force. Transform all attacks in your hand into giant rock. Primal Force. Transform all attacks in your hand into giant rock. So that just, I guess it takes any kind of buff the cards have, but it just makes them solid damage dealers. That could be really fun. But then if I need attacks that do multiple damage in one card. Demon Form. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength. That's a really nice card to use. That's a really nice card to use at the start of combat. But you do suffer using up all your energy on it. Thrash. Deal 4 damage twice. Exhaust a random attack in your hand and add its damage to this card. Hmm. But you're exhausted, aren't you? I don't know. I am leaning towards these two. Transform all attacks in your hand into giant rock. I've used demon form before, so we'll go with primal force as it's new. What is this? What's the boss? It's the insatiable. Look at that. It's like a giant mouth. A giant like worm or something. Okay, so I'd like to spend some gold. I'd like to fight an elite or two, and I'd like to have some treasure and rest. So we've not got a lot of elites at the start. Got one here. One here. I really like this writing feature. That is so cool. I'm going to get so much use out of it. Right. So if we go with this path, we can get a potential of 3 elites, or just 2. Or just 2. If we go the left path, it's going to be 2. Or 1 on this path. And there's nothing on the right hand path. So I'm thinking the left, just so we can do 1, see how we do after that, and then decide to go to 2. We've got treasure, we've got a shop, we've got a fireside. This is actually, I think this is a really nice path. But before we do that, let's see what this is. Pale the melting dragon. A puppet has arrived. Can you check on father? I'm too tired. Pale's tears. If you end your turn with unspent energy, gain an additional energy next turn. Wow, that is really nice. That is really nice if I'm in an encounter where I don't need to use any defense because they're not attacking. I can start banking energy. Pale's Growth. Enchant a card with Clone. This card can be duplicated at rest sites. That could be very powerful as well. Pale's Eye. The first time each combat you end your turn without playing cards, exhaust your hand and take an extra turn. What the hell? It's like a weird looking dragon. It's like a clay or a blob dragon or something. Like these lava lamps they've got. What the hell does that mean? Like a demon dragon. They're all good. I don't actually know why it started with this. That's strange. But I didn't get a reward at the end of it. I got a card, so maybe this is like the reward feature. I actually like the look of that. I think that is going to be practically really useful. First time in combat. We'll go with this. Oh, that's the reward. Oh, I see. Right. So I think it would be good to use this side so we can use the rest stop. And then we can decide where we're going to go from there. A Thieving Hopper. It's aggressive, it intends to attack for 17 damage. It's malicious. This enemy intends to apply afflictions on your card. Afflictions on your card, okay. And it's an escape artist. Tries to escape after 5 turns. So the attack is a brutal one. So I think in this Act 2, it's all going to be about using defense much more actively. And I think I should really lean to using defense cards as well. Selecting defense cards as rewards rather than just going for pure attack. And it hasn't even given me any defense cards either, which is a bit of a pain. And if it's not, I don't really want to buff that. Swipe. Upon killing this enemy, the stolen card is returned and it's taken Stomp, which isn't too bad for us. I don't think I've got enough time to build up Pyre. It's going to use a buff. We're going to give it a Whirlwind, so we could do 24. I think that's the best one to use. Flutter receives 50% less damage from attacks. Deal attack damage 5 times to stun it. Ooh, giant rock. But it's going to use 50% less damage. The irony of that. That hurt. So what have we got now? So it's going to go in 2 turns. I need to get my card back. Reptilian Cow. The game's been a huge challenge. You don't think there is enough card removal options yet? Still super fun. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the game, isn't it? It's always challenging. I mean honestly, I get my ass kicked so much by this game, but I really enjoy it. You're right about the card removal. I've not seen too much of that yet. It feels a bit more like they're trying to kind of help new players in the game though. Like if you've not played these kind of games before, it's trying to kind of bring you in a bit more, guide you a little bit. So it'd be interesting to see how it goes. I'll use Rage, give it a Weaken. Damn. I'm liking it so far though. It feels a lot like the original, the first game. Looking forward to trying out new characters on it, unlocking them. $11 gold, an attack potion. I'm probably using my potions a bit too much. I'm trying to save them up for boss fights. How far have you gotten, Reptilian? Have you unlocked many characters yet? So take your stolen card back, definitely. Sword Boomerang, 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. That's pretty nice. I feel like that could be good when you've got to do X number of damage to an enemy to kind of take a buff off it. Howl from Beyond, deals 16 damage to all enemies. Wow, that's really good. At the start of your turn, plays from the exhaust pile. Wow, that's new. 16 damage to all enemies. But I've got a Whirlwind that could do more than that. That's an interesting one. Feel no pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. I've not really got anything to help with... I mean, I've not got any exhaust cards. We'll go for Howl from Beyond just to see what that does. I'm really curious. You've got all the characters unlocked. Nice. Thankfully, they've made it that easy, but you've only cleared all 3 floors with the first guy. That makes sense. I do like I do like the I can't remember the name of the warrior kind of class that I'm playing now. I think it's a really fun one to play because most people know about like attack and defense kind of stuff. But I did like the defect in the first one. That'll be really interesting to see how it's like changed that and the new cards and stuff work with it. The Tunneler. It will attack for 13 damage. I am guessing it will also burrow underground or something to protect itself. Let's build up a Pyre. Howl from Beyond. going to use a buff, and it is going to use block on its next turn. Not bad. It's way more direct than the other characters. It is, isn't it? Yeah, I quite like that, how it works like that. You feel like more meaty with the attacks you've got. So it's burrowed. Block is not removed at the start of Tunneler's turn. Block is not removed at the start of Tunneler's turn. Jesus. Stunned if all block is removed. Okay. Nice. That pyre came in really useful. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. It really does feel like you're still playing the first one. It's just got more improvements on, new cards. I was kind of worried because I know they moved to a different engine. I thought it was going to affect the gameplay or maybe not make it as smooth or as anything, but it just seems just as good. Mangle. 3 energy, deal 15 damage. Enemy loses 10 strength this turn. Wow, that is nice. That's going to be a really nice one to use to mitigate damage. Havoc. Play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. Set up strike. Deal 7 damage. Gain 2 strength this turn. I am leaning towards Mangle. I think that's quite nice. And we've got some nice energy generation now. Plus it's new. Kind of leaning to all the new stuff just to see what they do. So we've got the Hunter Killer. This will apply a debuff to you and it's 121 health. Okay. So we've got extra energy generation, but this has given us a tender. Whenever you play a card, lose 1 strength and 1 dexterity this turn. Wow. I wonder if that will go next time. That's a bit of a pain, so I want to kill this guy straight away, really. Nice. Hemokinesis, lose 2 HP, deal 15 damage. Whirlwind, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's been so useful so far. Headbutt, deal 9 damage, put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. I'm not seeing too many block related cards though, that's my only concern. And I'm getting quite attack heavy in my deck. I mean, I'm liking it. We are getting the job done. But we are losing a lot of health as well. I think I'll stick with another Whirlwind. Or should I? Yeah, I should. I'm not going to sacrifice too much health. Okay, so we've got the Bowl Bug. If Bulbug's rock attacks are fully blocked, it becomes stunned. Yeah, so good block. A barricade would be great if I could get a drop for that. An egg. This enemy tends to block on its turn, and it's going to debuff you. So that imbalanced. That's it's got medium health compared to the. Now it's got the highest health. That's a fun block to become stunned. I'm going to pop a potion. I don't really want to eat the full 16 now. Let's try this. I don't think I've used it yet. Kind of crazy. I hate to use it on this guy, but he needs to die. Bird swoop 17 damage. Will it keep? Yeah, it will keep them as giant rocks as well. That could be a good or bad thing. I'm not too sure. 18 damage and it loses 10 strength this turn. I've just not got. I've not got enough for Pyre at this point. I don't think. That's kind of annoying. Deal 15 damage to all enemies. At the start of your turn, place from the exhaust pile. Losing a hell of a lot of health though. $18 gold, fire potion, and bloodletting, lose 3 HP, gain 3 block, apply 2 vulnerable, and twin strike. That's a good classic one. Gain 8 block and apply 2 vulnerable. That's just too nice to not take though. Great, definitely heal up. Anonymous question mark. So we've got the Louse Progenitor. It does 8 damage. It's going to apply the buff. It's going to coil up for 14 block upon first being hit. And until next turn, it prevents damage. Okay. I kind of want to use Howl from Beyond just to see what the heck is going on with it. At the start of your turn, plays from the exhaust pile. So does that mean I will be able to use it in exhaust while it's in the exhaust pile? Let's just go with it. Let's see what it does. Right. Plays from the exhaust pile. I'll have to look that one up. It's a bit strange. Unknown enemy. A previously unknown room containing hostile enemies. (16 damage but loses 10 strength. I think we should use it. Just to get rid of those shields. Gain 6 block and apply 2 vulnerable. Really nice. So the first time you play this card each combat I gain energy. I've already used it so I can't use that again, I guess that means. 13 damage. Right. Turned out quite nice. Took a massive load of damage on that though. Stone armor, gains 6 plating. I'm already liking the look of that. Spite, deal 6 damage. If you lost HP this turn, draw 1 card. I like the animation or the graphic for it. That's pretty cool. That's actually quite nice as well. I think that's a really nice card. Thunderclap. That's good AoE. But I am leaning towards the plating. I think that's going to be really, really useful. 6 plating is really powerful as well. Have to get it. Open up a kind of refreshing spite while I play my game. And I think based on how things have been going so far, we've not got a great amount of defense. I reckon instead of taking 3 bosses, 3 elites or 2 elites, it's better to take the left path fully. And then we can, if we're going well here, we'll take 2. But at least we're going to get 1 elite and go from there. Because we could just get our asses kicked. And then we've got a rest stop here. So let's see what the shop has. Oh wow, it looks different as well. Card removal. Remove a card from your deck. The cost of this service increases by 25 for the rest of the run, and it's 75 gold to do. I wouldn't mind getting rid of some, maybe just like 1 strike at this point. I'd just like to build up a bit more defense first. I do need to stop acquiring so many cards though. And this is on sale. True Grit. Gain 7 block, exhaust 1 card at random. Pillage. Deal 6 damage. Draw cards until you draw a non-attack card. That's nice. Finesse. Gain 4 block. Draw 1 card. Master of Strategy. 3 cards. Exhaust. And we've got 484, so we can do a bit of shopping here. We've got the Shuriken. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, you gain 1 strength. In a single turn, comma, gain 1 strength. That's just got to be, it must just be for the turn. Pendulum. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, draw a card. That's quite nice. Bread. At the start of your first turn, lose 2 energy. At the start of all other turns, gain energy. Damn. I feel like that could be a really good item to use, but I just I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning to the Shuriken. I think that extra strength is going to be good, and we're using a lot of attack. Gain 4 plating. Gain 6 plating from Stone Armor Plus. I would love to stack that. Will that stack? It's not going to exhaust, is it? We've got 27 cards at the moment. Although I like Pillage as well. The card draw is excellent on that. And a non-attack card, which means we can pull out defense cards. And it's Sod's Law, we'll never have a defense card when we need it. I'm going for it. Clarity Extract, that's new. Draw 1 card. At the start of your next 3 turns, draw 1 additional card. That's quite nice. Gain 5 max HP. I will take that. Okay. We've got the Centennial Puzzle. The first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. That's actually really nice to use as well. Okay, so we'll take our juice. We've got a Bulbug Silk. The enemy intends to apply the buff on you. And we have the Tunneler. This enemy intends to attack for 13 damage. So I believe, from what I remember, this one will use a very heavy defense on it. I can't remember what this one does. We'll see. But let's build up Pyre at the start. I think that's just good to have for this one. Even though we don't get to use it. But we can get them on the next shuffle. Great. So what's it done? It's weakened. Deal 25% less damage for 1 turn. Pillage. Dismantle. I like Inflame. I think that's a nice one to use to build up our strength. Deal 14 damage to all enemies. At the start of your turn, place from an exhaust pile. It's probably really simple what it actually does, this card, but I just need to figure that out better. So I'm going to have 3 block. Probably could have played that bit better, a bit more strategically. Okay, so he's got block. Block is not removed at the start of Tunneler's turn. Stunned if all block is removed. So I need to get 32 damage on this guy if I can. Which I can do. And I've got my sown, so I get energy back from this, which is great. Really nice. Stone armor gains 6 plating. The start of your turn gains 7 block. Sorry, at the end of your turn gains 7 block. Plating is reduced by 1. Fantastic. Bird Swoop, that's turned into such a powerful card. I've got to upgrade that more if I can. Potion of Binding. Apply 1 weak and 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That's really good. So we've got Rampage even. Deal 9 damage. Increase this card's damage by 9 this combat. Ooh, that is really nice. Oh, see, if I had a smaller deck, that would be so useful. Juggling. Add a copy of the 3rd attack you play each turn into your hand. Cascade. Play the top X cards of your draw pile. Play the top X cards of your draw pile. That's really good as well. I'm tempted to actually go for that, just because it could. It's a very chaotic one though. I think we'll stick with Rampage. I've not used that one. It's a new one. Okay, we've got 61 for 85. I am tempted to heal up. I would just like to get to the boss with full health. We've got a few items to use to make things a bit spicy. But I do want to kind of upgrade. Do I want to take on a boss at 61? If I heal up, I could do 2 bosses and get more items though. I'll heal up. I'll be sensible. So this is the Infested Prison. This enemy intends to attack for 22 damage. Wow. Vital Spark. The first time Infested Prison takes attack damage each turn, the attacker gains energy. What? The first time Infested Prison takes attack damage each turn, the attacker gains energy. Each time, the first attack, so I hit him first, I gain energy at the start of the turn, so it's always good to attack him rather than defend. Energy is used to play cards from your hand, and he's got 200. Wow, this is a new fella as well. And it tells you, so elite, powerful foes are in these rooms. Defeating them will reward you with a relic. I feel like an uppercut would be really good here. And I'll get energy, so it'll make it 1. Yes. I can't defend, so... pretty nice though. That's all 74 damage in that turn. That's pretty cool. Okay, so he's going to hit for 16. He's going to block on the end of his turn, and he's still got Vital Spark, so we can get energy from the first attack. That giant rock is so nice. It will turn our strikes into something a lot more powerful. But I do need to defend myself against that. I feel like I want to use Mangle. If I use Mangle, will I get an extra one back? Let's try it. I will. So what have we got? He's still got Vital Spark, which is really nice, but he's going to have to... The first time he takes attack damage, so I'm going to have to break through his shields to be able to get that Vital Spark energy back. And he's going to do 27 damage. Damn, that's kind of annoying. I would have liked to have used Pyre, but it's still a result. Oh wow, that's a really nice card. So he's going to use block. So I just need to use as much damage as I can, really. Can I break through his 20? Can I get 45? I can't get 45 with this. Sod's law, isn't it? Like defense, defense, strike, defense, defense. So I will... That plating is so nice though. Ornamental Fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. That's going to be super useful. Because we've got a Shuriken, which when you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gains strength. So we'll gain strength and block now with those 2 combined. I think it's going to have to be Flame Barrier. I think that block is just too useful to miss, to pass up. So 59 for 85. I am really tempted to go down this route, but this is the sensible route. We could heal up here, but can we do these 2? I want to see the boss. We'll go down this route and see what it does. Infested Automaton. There's a chamber filled with dead robots. A lone automaton still has a faintly glowing core, but it's engulfed by a grotesque organic growth and doesn't respond. Wow, that is so cool. Study. Obtain a random power. Touch the core. Obtain a random 0-cost card. Let's study. Stone arm. Oh, it's okay. It's good, isn't it? But by studying the glowing automaton and how its inner workings are laid out, you realise that specific metals and their arrangement resist various ailments. You apply this technology to yourself. Cool. Relics. Get your relics here. We've got 140 gold. Oh wow, it's just pure relics. Mango. Wow, these are really cheap. Why are they so cheap? Mango, raise your max HP, If you end your block without block, gain 3. Strike dummy. Cards containing strike deal 1 additional card. Cards containing strike. Oh, deal 1 additional damage. Snecko Eye. Start each combat confused. That could be so much fun. That could be a lot of fun to use. And we could get some really good, powerful, cheap plays, but it's so chaotic. Happy Flower. Every 5 turns, gain energy. Blood Vial. At the start of each combat, heal for 1 HP. I feel like this is going to be a really good one to go for. 3 block. So we're going to take damage. So that 3 block is always going to be useful, and it's going to scale over time. The HP ones I'm not massively kind of into. I think Happy Flower . What is this? The Insatiable. Empower. This enemy intends to use a buff. Strategic. This enemy intends to give you 6 status cards. It's going to be 6 loads of nothing I can really use, I bet. Okay, so no, not really got anything great here. What was that? Frantic Escape. Get further away. Increase Sandpit by 1. Sandpit. In 4 turns, you will be eaten and die. Jesus. Increase the cost of this by 1. So we've actually got to get further away to increase the Sandpit. Which is this. In 4 turns, you will be eaten and die. So that's an instant death, I guess. Christ. I feel like that's something we want to start banking now, just to be sure. But I need to start doing damage on this guy. So let's... But I do need to do a lot of damage. I don't need to keep running away from him. I can't play like that. Pyre. Oh, I don't really want to eat all that though. I've got plating. I think I need to build up my strength. This has probably been a mistake, but we'll see. So I'm going to get swallowed in 3 turns, and this guy's going to empower up next. Brilliant. It may have been a worthy investment, that Pyre. We will see. Do need another Frantic Escape. 30 damage, wow, Jesus. I've got 2. I do need to give this guy a weakness. Oh no, 1 left. There's no way I can do 60 damage in one go. Oh no, I've not got any escapes. I think I made a mistake there, but... Oh, nice. 100 gold, and we got a unmovable. The first time you gain block from a card each turn, double the amount gained. Damn, that's nice. Impervious, 30 block, exhaust. I think that's a good emergency button. Conflagration. Deal 8 damage to all enemies. Deals 2 additional damage from each other attack you've played this turn. Deals 2 additional damage from each other attack you've played this turn. That's interesting. The first time you gain block from a card each turn, double the amount gained. I think that's just too nice not to use. Act 3, Glory. So what have we got? I'll get my, I'll just see this guy first. So this is Vaku, or Vaku, the first demon. Give yourself to me, and you will be feared as much as I. Okay, Blood-Soaked Rose. Add 1 enthralled to your deck. Gain energy at the start of each turn. And enthralled is, if this is in your hand, it must be played before other cards. Eternal. Cannot be removed or transformed. If this is in your hand, it must be played. So I've got to spend 2 energy if that's in my hand before I can even do anything. But I get energy at the start of each turn, so it makes it 1 really. And outside of that, I've got 1 energy. That's kind of a good deal. I still will hate using it though. Distinguished Cape. Lose 9 max HP. Add 3 apparitions to your deck. Apparition. Ethereal. Gain 1 intangible. Exhaust. Ethereal is if this card is in your hand at the end of this turn, it is exhausted. I actually think that's quite nice. An intangible is so good for damage reduction, but I'm losing health. Choices Paradox. At the start of each combat, add 1 of 5 random cards in your hand. Add Retain to the chosen. I actually think that's a better one. I think this third option's the best. Proceed. Oh, it needs like a cool little witty comeback from him there. I think if they can add that, that would be really good. So what elites have we got? And elites, I've noticed the elites are a lot more higher in the tower level now. Just for me, so I can see what we've got. So the right side is the safer side. Wow. So I could do 3 elites on that path. And I can do a maximum of 2 on that path. I just don't think we're powerful enough yet for 3. I think 2's good. Maybe if we do 2, but then I can also slip to the left lane and just do 1, kind of keep it safe. We've got a rest site, we've got treasure, and we've got a shop. I feel like this is the good one to go for. Ooh, okay, cool. So we've got our main cards: Bash, Defend, Stone Armor, Whirlwind, and Strike. And we can use Flame Barrier for defense. So we've got 2 big meaty enemies, a 41 and a 55 health. So block would be really good because have we got any blocks or defense? We've got 1 defend and a stone armor. Colossus retain, gain 5 block. You receive 50% less damage from vulnerable enemies this turn. Oh, that's nice. Brand, retain, lose 1 HP. Exhaust 1 card, gain 1 strength. I could use Colossus. Because this guy is going to attack for 6. This guy's going to attack for 15. Jesus, 25 block at the start of the other player's turn. Now they've got guns. I could be wasting my time on this guy. I think I've got to go on this guy. At the start of the player's turn, turret operator gains 25 block. I guess take out the shield first. Nice. I think Pie is the best one to go for. Pyre and Inflame. It's painful not using any attacks this turn, but the power creep is so good. Whenever you play an attack, gain 3 block. Deal 11 damage. Deal 10 damage. Wow, really nice. Lovely. I like the new backgrounds as well for the levels. Still in keeping with the art style of the game. Okay, so he's not going to get block anymore. I need to protect against that damage though. Nice. Colorless potion. Colors or choose one of 3 random colorless cards to add into your hand. It's free to play this turn. Rage. We've got a rage. Have we not got a body slam? Deal damage equal to your block. That could be really useful. I just don't feel like we're kind of ramping up the block enough for it. But with the plating we're getting, that could still be quite good. Iron Wave. Gain 5 block. Deal 5 damage. Just make sure everything's looking alright. And there. Great. I think Iron Wave is quite good. It's quite a dependable one. It's the sensible option. It's cereal for breakfast rather than eggs and bacon. But I like Body Slam. I think we'll go with Body Slam, and it's enhanced as well, so it costs 0. Ranwid the Elder. You are approached by the oldest person you have ever seen. We meet once more. It's me, Ranwid. You do not know this man. Give a colourless potion and obtain a relic. Give 100 gold, or give Shuriken and obtain 2 relics. Wow, that's... I feel like Shuriken is really helping us out as well. We'll give him the potion and see what we get. Oddly smooth stone. Start each combat with 1 dexterity. Dexterity improves the block, so it will scale up our defense cards more. Exquisite. Gulp, gulp, gulp. He downs the colourless potion. Really nice art style. Don't think there's much to do in the shop, but we'll see. I could do with pulling a couple of cards out. I don't think there's anything here that's really great. What to get rid of, really. I actually like the look of Thunderclap. We've got a lot of cards that use vulnerability. I think that's going to be nice. It's expensive, but I think it's a good investment. Production looks nice as well. I'm getting it. Why not? Okay, so what have we got? We've got a Scroll of Biting, a Scroll of Biting, and a Scroll of Biting, and Paper Cuts. Whenever Scroll of Biting deals unblocked attack damage to you, you lose 2 max HP. What? That's evil. We'll get that back, right? Jesus. It's got 2. So we can build energy, we can do a bit of damage, we can actually whirlwind. We've got 1 defend though. And we're going to get hit for 24 damage. I think the music in the game is a bit different as well. Bully. Retain, deal 4 damage, deals 2 additional damage for each vulnerable on the enemy. I actually like the look of vulnerable. Thunderclap, sorry. it's taken our health. Wow. Man, our health hasn't come back. The health hasn't come back. Oh no. Oh, that's painful. You've got to kill him straight away then. It's got to come back though, hasn't it? Infernal Blade, add a random attack into your hand. It's free to play this turn. Exhaust, that's a really nice card. Ashen Strike, deals 6 damage. Deals 3 additional damage for each card in your exhaust pile. I don't think we've got a massive selection of exhaust, but I feel like that could be something good to use later on. Shrug it off. Plus, gain 11 block, draw 1 card. I think we'll go with Infernal Blade. It's still not come back. Wow, that's painful. That is really painful. So, I'm really sore about losing that HP actually. I can't believe how sore I am about it, but like, you've got to kill him as quick as possible in that round. I'd say even use potions for it. Owl Magistrate. It's 16 attack damage and it's 234 health. The first time you gain block from a card each turn, double the amount gained. I think that's so good. Until next turn prevents damage. Unmovable, but I can't use it. Is it not letting me use it because there is so there is no block. The game knows there's no block to use, so it's not letting me use it, and it won't let me carry it forward. Oh no, I've got this on, sorry. That's why. Can I just use it? It will let me carry it forward, yeah. That was just my bad there. Right, so... Oh my god, it's not giving me any block at all. Damn, that's painful. That could be it for us. So this is going to do 33 damage, and it's going to apply the buff on us. That's not good. "26 block. That is very, very much needed. Nice. haven't got any high block cards. Damn, I should have got that other legendary. So it's going to do 36 damage. Well, it seems nicely balanced so far, the kind of ebb and flow of attack to attack and defense. I've been a bit impulsive in my decision making, so I've made some mistakes, but just going to use a debuff. Iron Wave, 5 block, 5 damage, setup strike plus 9 damage, 3 strength this turn. Pommel Strike, 9 damage, 1 card. I think the card draw's quite nice from that. But that's an upgraded card, and that strength is good. The Bellows. The first hand you draw each combat is upgraded. Wow, that could be a really good one to use. Okay, so the question is, do we want to proceed down the middle lane and look to take on these bosses? We can always escape and just do one elite and move down to take the end boss. However, we could do the right lane, and we've got about 2. That's going to be a boss. 3 enemies. A shop, which is going to be near useless for us. That's the safe option. So this is the third act. Is this going to be the last one? Or is there going to be another one? Or not? I mean, this is actually, I think for our first playthrough, this is pretty good. And I haven't played this game for quite a while. I think it's going very well so far. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, so I'm quite surprised how long it goes, the game. I think we do this, and then if it goes wrong, we'll skulk over to the left-hand lane. But I'd like to see what these elites are, and we can upgrade. I've hardly upgraded anything so far. So what did we upgrade last time? I think we upgraded Pyre. We can't upgrade that again. The first time you gain block from a card each turn, double the amount gained. The first time you gain block from a card, that could be good. I feel like we need something that's going to really ramp up our damage. That's nice. That is a big improvement. From 16 damage per rock to 20 per rock. Well, that in flame, and we use that a lot. And we can keep using it, and it ramps it up. It's a sensible option. feel like we're going to get our asses kicked by this boss. For some reason, I just feel it. So we've got the Soul Nexus. This enemy intends to attack for 29 damage. It's got 234 health. It's a really cool animation on it. They do love their giant eyeballs and giant teeth mouths. We've got Mangle, Strike, Setup Strike, Bash, and Dismantle. Demon Form. Oh, that's too good to pass up. At the end of your turn, gain 2 Strength every single turn. It's too good to pass up. Oh, I'm going to take a lot of pain from it though. It's just too much of a good investment. I'm probably going to regret doing this. So it's going to apply a debuff next. Right. Damn, that's a nice one as well. I've got to be sensible though. $43. Jesus. Oh man, I'm gonna have to use uppercut. Should have saved a couple of potions, I think. Whoa. I need to kill it though. Can't use that. Oh man, I want to use that, but I just don't want to give it any more power. That's a shame. I knew it was going to kill us. I just knew it. The Ironclad died to a Soul Nexus on a forgotten battlefield. So we got 495 and 500. Unlocks remaining 17. So I think we just didn't quite get an unlock. Or did we get an unlock? Niao. Play a single run to reveal this epoch. The reopening. Oh wow. Mother of Resurrection. Neo awakened from her slumber. That's cool. Oh, and we've got some more. Okay. I have no idea what all of this means. News of the Spire's reopening made its way to the Silent. She ferries a boat to the capital. That's cool. Oh, that'd be really good to play the Silent again. The silence sneaks past the gate wards with ease and enters the spire once more. Wow, so this is all the stuff you can unlock then. Kill 15 elites with the silence to reveal this epoch. The Ironclad, a warrior from a faraway land, entered the spire. Driven by pure instinct and accursed blood, he has lost all reason and identity. All who prevent his ascent shall perish. That's such a cool class. Cards unlocked. We've got Molten Fist, 10 damage, double the enemy's vulnerable, and Exhaust. That is really good. That is really good, actually. You could just kind of spam it. Cruelty. Vulnerable enemies take an additional 25% damage. That's nice as well. And it will persist. It's not saying it's not gonna, so it should persist through combat. Dominate. Gain 1 strength for each vulnerable on the enemy. Very cool. The Devastation, the Ironclad. What is this artwork? Oh, it's placeholder. Oh wow, it's like it looks like it's just done in paint or something, just to kind of show it. That is actually really cool. Do you know, I think they should offer that up to players, like pre-release artwork, and you can kind of like get the option of working for it if you want. I'd be so interested in that. You know, like when you used to buy a game and you get like the little book of the artwork in it, and you'd see all the sketches the original team did. That would be really good to see. The flames of the demonic pact course through his blood. Cuts and bruises heal rapidly. The Valley Guard are cleaved in two. The Desert Tribe are burned to a crisp. Windwalkers smashed into the ground. And even a familiar horde of aggressive, bronze-cladded warriors are set ablaze with these exciting new flames. All of the Ironclad's enemies are shown no mercy. All of the Ironclads... Ironclad? Where is everyone? Wow. They're really getting into kind of like the lore and the writing for it. I like it. Relics unlocked. Red Skull, I think we had that last time. While your HP is at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. Paper Frog. When vulnerable, take 75% more damage rather than 50. Really good. Ruined Helmet. The first time you gain strength each combat, double the amount gained. I'm guessing I can just open these up like it's Christmas Day. Chapter 1, Prion. Magnus Opus. A void of nothingness. But then the world came into existence. It churned about and moulded itself to that which tells stories. Along this journey lay a planet named Prion, a mere speck in the universe. They say that a great story about a Spire took place there. Someone is really hammering out the RP lore at the offices there. Automation. Gain 10 cards you draw. Every 10 cards you draw gain energy. Entropy. At the start of your turn, transfer 1 card into your hand. That's cool. Catastrophe. Play 2 random cards from your draw pile. I feel like that's a really nice one to go for. Unlock by accumulating your scores. I like it. And I like the placeholder art as well. I'm like totally okay with placeholder art. I think it's really good to see. Okay, cool. Whew, that's playthrough 1 done. It took 2 hours and 6 minutes. What does it show for it? What's our relic collection? Wow, we've got so much to collect. This is going to be really good. I really like this game. I'm probably going to play more of it. I'm not too sure if I'm going to do it on stream or as a series. But let me know if you want to see more on stream or not. And I'll go from there. So much to get through. That's such a good item. So what can we unlock next? So we've got dailies and customs. So we've unlocked the silent as well. So we could do a silent run next time. Ring of the Stake. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Very cool. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll call it there for now. I just wanted to kind of try it out, see what it's like. It was only released, I think it was yesterday, and everyone is playing it. I think it's at the top of the Steam charts already, and it's still just early access. So it shows you how popular it is. I think it's a really good price. I paid $17.99 in the UK, and you get the original game for that as well. And you know, compared to some games now where it's like incredible pricing, it's like 40 to 60 pounds. I think that's reasonably priced. You can spam the crap out of this game and play a lot. Yeah, looking forward to trying it out. Probably do a few more runs, a few more streams of it, and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.